Well, and that's all she wrote, folks. 2023 podcast. Whoops. Long shot. Let's start this again. And, well, there you have it. Podfest 2023 come to a wonderful close. And I gotta say, I have a final thought of Podfest. So here's the synopsis of what transpired during Podfest. Picture this. I had to leave early. A day before, I had to pull off a Santa Claus. I was supposed to leave on the 24th. No, not the 24th. I left on the 24th. But I had to leave on the 24th and be Santa Claus. Okay. I had to pull off a Tom Hanks, spend the night over at the airport at MCO due to the fact that the airline couldn't give me a hotel voucher overnight to stay at least at the Hilton at the airport, but I had to sleep in the terminal. Then, the next morning, the 25th, the day that I originally supposed to arrive here for Podfest, I had to actually go to the hotel, see if I could reserve early, but they said I had to pay for the extra night, even though it was not technically reserved for the other night, but it was an emergency. There was a storm coming in that Tuesday night. So, I had to sleep temporarily outside until the manager with the cowboy hat that I like. I have a thing for cowboy hats and top hats, you know. Even though I got this crown that's part of my costume, I like that too. But it took a manager with a cowboy hat to rescue me and actually wake me up and said that they could accommodate me to get the room. I didn't have to check in and check out because they did everything the same day I checked in. So I signed twice for the room. The only thing you have to do on the first is check out. That's the first thing. Then comes the main event. Day one, the 26th. It was the 26th of January, the day that I always remember. Yes, I will. Because that was the day Podfest 2023 began. It was a lot of PK. Fail till you nail it was the thing of the day. Chris, I'm depending on you to tell me the truth. This is what's going to happen. Podfest in Orlando, Florida. Everybody come to learn and mingle. And when it's done, all you have was lots of friends. Podfest is coming soon. Get your tickets, get them now. But wait, there's more. There is also podcast movement. Anyway, I couldn't do that, so I did the usual, I know a place where you could go to come along and join the show at Podfest. Whoa, 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 at Podfest. Yeah. Yeah, I did that song because that's what the hit. That's what resonates to a lot. But I also did a Roman. I pulled off a little bit of Roman Reigns, and I said, Orlando, Florida. Acknowledge Podfest. Acknowledge Chris. And I did that, and I gave my piece, and I remind about the best thing of Potecatcher was fail it till you nail it. And then I did The Rock. I didn't, put WWE in the forefront because the night before, Gratitude was Royal Rumble. So here I said, finally, Prince DJ has come back to Podfest. And then that was it. So now the reason why I was doing this in this video is because I had to do two parts of the closing ceremony because once the file size become big, like over 30 minutes or something like that, it's not going to be able to put it on YouTube. So there was a lot of us that came up as both. This time it was a little bit longer than Potecatcher, We had 30 minutes, and that was more better. I mean, I would have came either way. So yeah, maybe if I didn't do PK, if I was still stuck with that snow, the situation with the snow, I was still on the way for the closing gratitude ceremony. And I would like to still thank, even though with the roof, with the posting for help, I still would like to thank those that helped me not only get here for the Thursday, but also like to thank those who got me here for gratitude. And it meant a lot because the last night, after I had that panic attack, I had to, well, not panic attack, but PTSD attack with all the flashback. I had to run. I had to get a trolley to get me back to the hotel. And the only non fun part was I had to cross the street because the lady driver, shout out to the lady driver last night that was saying good things were going to happen to me because I told her so much that stuff that I had to struggle through. And she gave me that prophecy. And even though I was going through, I still received it. And so, yeah. So, but anyway, day three, because I ended day one early, it was just PK and came back early because I was still tired. Day two, I should say. Where did I get day three from? Day number two, I had the meet and greet, my own meet and greet. Two of the princes had came by, and we talked, and I had to sell gas cards that got me pizza, but that pizza was costing me almost the whole thing. That hard worth $40 that I got was selling the two gas cards, and it was like unbelievable. It was like ridiculous. And so yeah, so after the meet and greet, I think after the yeah, no, was that day two? Wait, what was day two? Um, yeah, oh my god, yeah, day three was the closing keynote. Yeah, day three was the closing keynote. That's right. Day two was Howard the Moon. That was a perfect party at Howard the Moon. The music was safer. There's no EP music, and it was a great live band. The music kept me in there. I wasn't going to stay that long. The bus left a little bit late, and I stayed till like almost midnight. And now we come to day three, but I had to fight to get to day three, and also that uh, fight to get to the closing ceremony, so the gratitude. So we had did, or otherwise, I came to day three. I was supposed to have an interview with Mohawk, and now he is the Secretary of State. Now, Nick has been promoted to President of the Law, President of Law and Fair Play, President of Law, Fair Play and Ethics Office in Big D Country. So he is now president, and Mohawk is the secretary, the brand new Secretary of State. I will be doing the State of the Big D Country address before I leave Orlando. The Big D Country address will be held in my hotel room, and so the office, the people who are holding office will be announced again. And Cody has already in possibility of being impeached from the office of comedy and education because of him being Clint Eastwood and not following his own practices, what he don't preach about following the rules and all that stuff. Practice what you preach, man. I love your entertainment. I love your education, but this has been going too far. It's gone too far. But anywho. Uh, so that the D3 was the closing keynotes, and that's when I had that meltdown. You saw what happened when they played Eye of the Tiger. I had to get the hell out of here. Uh, and yeah, so I was still managed able to watch the Royal Rumble. Yeah, the Royal Rumble match. And yeah, well, after all said and done, after everything that transpired, all the ups, the downs, pain, turmoil and the success, it all climatic with gratitude ceremony. Chris has done an amazing job. He also talked about now. I have the first part one and part two. I will have part one and part two of gratitude ceremony, uh, which will be coming up shortly. Only on podcast part one, because anything bigger will not be able to put on YouTube, of course, or with the software at least I use to put it on YouTube. So the only way that you can listen to it is at escapetobigdcountry.com once it come out. Escapetobigdcountry.com. So I have part one, gratitude ceremony. That's a part that I was on there. I was trying to be early because I can't stand very long. And then I had to do part two because I didn't want to miss people who gave their piece and all like that. So yeah. So for this side, for the YouTube side, that concludes the coverage for Podfest 2023. The next stop for Big D Country is, of course, Podcast Movement Evolutions in Las Vegas, March the 6th through the 7th. I will be doing a fundraiser for that event. Uh, because okay, I had the hotel comp. I will be staying at Excalibur, and I'll be coming in at the 6th the night before. And hopefully it will work this time. I won't be able to stay at McCarran Airport. I think they changed it to Henry Reed, but hopefully I won't be able to stay the night at another airport this time. Anyhow, anyhow, please let me leave the same day before the event. I don't want to go to that again. Even though it was worth it, I want to go to that again. I think the only thing I had to do is the $200 deposit. I've already paid the resort fee. I think I only owe $1.11, I believe, last time I checked. So I guess I would pay like 201 or something like that. I just wish I could play it off. I wish I could play the $200. Can I just play it? I mean, my land. I want to see fantasy, and you know, then might want to play a little bit because I have to leave at the 10th or 11th and all like that. So come on, MTM. Anyway, but that is Podfest, and again, great community Podfest, and also podcast movement. So as I've been saying, the whole coverage. If you want to come and experience what I've experienced, experience what I've been covering the whole time, first go to podfest.com. Podfest.com. Look for, if you want to Google it, Google Podfest Global Expo. Podfest Global Expo. It should come up. Then for Podcast Movement. Go to podcastmovement.com. And that is podcastmovement.com. And there you'll get more information and how to register. And they have information about the Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, they will be at the Westgate. Now, I'm concerned because Elvis Presley's statue is there, and I get scared because of him. I'm scared of getting triggered like I did last night, because that Elvis is my late life favorite artist, and so they better have flood insurance, and they better not play any of his music if they know what's good for them. They better not play any of his music. I swear. Because I had to leave last night. I had to run. You heard the video. Okay. So, I'm going to put the closing mark. I'm going to do the same closing final thought that I did on this video for the audio side, so that people could hear that, only hear it on Spotify or their favorite podcasting option that they listen to the Big D know, that they can hear it too. I just want to put the face behind the message. So anyway, this is Prince DJ and Podfest Fun. Awesome. So That's podfest. This is the Big D known. Escape to BigDCountry.com. Escape to BigDCountry.com. LiveGoodTour.com. LiveGoodTour.com/Big D Country. LiveGoodTour.com/Big D Country. And I am out of here. I'm on my way back to Travelodge, the heart of Orlando. Peace.